What is up, everybody? Welcome to the fifth and sixth installment of Ask Matt. It's my market wrap-up where I tell you what went on in the market today, what I saw, what I'm sharing with you, what I shared with you if you're on my platform, and then we go into some Q&As. You guys get to talk about stocks. I look them up. I tell you exactly what I'm seeing. For new people, for old people, bear with me, like 2 minutes, all right? For new people, who am I? I am Matt. Why do you guys give a shit? I'm going to tell you. Because I see volume, I see demand, and I generally see patterns before anybody else. And that's what I share with my followers. I share my trading through my transparency. Again, so what? Well, here's the catch. I worked for these hedge funds. I worked for the institutions. I spent a number of years on Wall Street. I manipulated stocks. I understand things that nobody else kind of sees first, so I share that. So somebody else stole my rap. But here it is again. I'm here for two simple reasons, all right? The first reason is because I simplify. I'm here to make everything simple for you guys. There are 30 to 50 million new traders out there, and you guys are being taken advantage of by the institutions. So I'm here to deliver you some quality information, some content. My videos are live, okay? I do have a public Twitter account, which is 349 Trading, okay? Same as my YouTube page. The YouTube videos are free, please. Episodes 3, I spoke about options. Episodes 4, I told you about how I work for the institutions and how they're stealing your money. Okay, real quick example of how an institution is stealing your money, right? They do an alert. They raise a price target, okay? Do you think they're raising the price target for you? No, you just got lucky. You're in the stock or you see the price target and you start buying the stock. But they raise the price target. They raise the guidance because all of their heavy institutional investors are in that stock already. They have their options. They sold the puts, they bought the calls, they own the shares. The stock announcement goes up. It's an $8 stock. They're making it $12. The stock shoots right up to $9.50. Who's making money? If you're lucky, you got in, but they're not making the announcement for you. The announcement is for their own institutional buyers. Okay, that's enough. So who is Matt? Right. So we got my free Twitter account, which I tweet lessons all the time. I'm all about lessons. I teach you how to increase your portfolio, how to exit a position at the height when the market peaks, how to wait for the lunchtime dip. You could buy the same position. Say you're bullish on a stock. I speak about my all-time favorite stock of the year, TIGR, Tiger, right? So what do? I sold my options this morning at $5 a piece, and I look to re-enter at $4 a piece. I was a little late on that trade. I was tweeting too much. What are you going to do? Anyway, I got into some other options. It was great. I meant to talk about Friday as well. Let me just go. I meant to talk about Friday as well. My platform, we alerted to the UVXY. I said it was going to dip pretty hard. We got in at 17 and 18 cents per contract. I sold personally at 51 cents per contract, a 200% gain. But everybody else, please stay put. There's an end video. I know we crushed it on Friday. We had $1 million day. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before. Probably not because it's my first YouTube stream after. Fridays didn't work. But we have less than 750 members, and together we had $1 million day. We stole $1 million from the market. We exited $1 million from the market. We could take $10 million, they wouldn't notice. $100 million, they might notice. All right, let me just see what else I wanted to cover. Okay, so if you're using my YouTube or my Twitter or anything like that, and I'm giving you information, that's like the Cliff Notes. Does anybody, hopefully you all know what Cliff Notes are. It's those yellow books that you buy in the bookstore, or maybe you buy them online, or maybe you just get the information online. And it basically summarizes whatever book you're supposed to read. You had a book report, you're supposed to read the Cliff Notes. Okay, so my YouTube is the Cliff Notes. I give you guys as much information as I could possibly give you in such a short amount of time span. I have some more videos dropping this week, so please subscribe to my channel, push the notifications if you want to be one of the first to see the videos. They're all good stuff. I don't make shitty stuff. I'm transparent as can be, okay? Yeah, lately I've just been on fire. My head should be exploding, okay? Anybody that's with me on my platform knows that the past 2 days I've been calling out trades that return 100%, 150%. I am not like other gurus. First off, I am not a guru. I do not tout stocks. I do not leave bag holders. I explain the theory behind why I'm investing in a certain stock. I tell you exactly what I expect out of the stock. And when we exit, I tell you when I'm exiting out of a stock. I leave no bag holders. So if you're following me and getting the alerts, you know. Other gurus, man, they're talking about stocks. Oh, yeah, I got this, I got that, I got this. whatever. As soon as it pops, boom, who was with me? Who cut 46%? No. I'm going to speak about specific stocks. Should we just jump right into it? Okay, yeah, I was going to talk about my Friday, my $1 Million Club, but let me see if I can bring up the image the right way. Okay, there we go. Friday morning pre-market. I sent out a tweet. Let me see if I probably can't even blow it up bigger. I would make it the whole screen. But I sent out a tweet, reassurance. I basically told people exactly what I was seeing in the market, that the 10-year was dropping. This is Friday pre-market when everybody was hesitating. Which direction was the market going to go? I told you guys. There it is right there. The 10-year note was dropping. Good sign for tech stocks on Friday. All of my trackers were still positive. So even if you saw that morning dip, it was the time to buy. And again, a lot of you got in. It was great. Let's speak specifically about, I have another slide here, OCGN. Let me just see if I can find it. Oh, no, that's not it. But let's go with that one. Now let's go with EH. So EH, again, on Friday, this is what my alert looks like. It generally happens pre-market. I say, okay, follow my rules. If you don't know my rules, they are on my platform. We talk about investing in stocks the right way. We don't just jump in with 2 feet. But let's just go to this EH, right? So we said, okay, my price target is $26.20 pre-market. I anticipated a drop. I showed you guys in the second slide, look, my order got executed, $26.20. I'm not like the other gurus. I don't just call something out and then tell you I got the lowest price point. I get the lowest price point. This probably wasn't. But again, I try for what I think the drop will be. I anticipate. I plan ahead. Another lesson that I talk about is planning ahead. Anyway, so I give my exit price, which means you have a strategy. And then I tell you how much profit will be made. And most of the time, I will share my position. If it's an expensive stock, $20 and higher, I'm probably in for 100 shares per position, which allows me to average down 3 times. I have a 10% rule that I speak about. All right, let me see if I can find that next slide real quick. Just talk about 2 stocks that I spoke about today. Then we're going to go into a stock recap. All right, an example again from last week, ASXC. I alerted at maybe $2.10. It dropped to $2, $1.90 that day. $1.85 was the cheapest. I bought a second position, so I'm in at $2. I alerted this morning. I saw some activity, some volume at $2.07 because it's on my watch list. I pay attention to this stock. So what happens? I think it popped as high as $2.42. Maybe it closed, I'll give it in my wrap-up, at $2.32. Point is, I see volume, I see demand, I shared it with you. Let's talk about the second one. Again, hit my alert list last week. It's been on my watch list for some time, but I saw 4 straight days of more inflow than outflow, of bigger volume numbers, telling me that stock has bottomed, that stock will turn around. So I invested. I think I bought a third position. I have 3 stock positions. I have a 4th personal stock position. I have like 1,000 shares on the side at $7.07. I alerted this morning. I didn't know Jim Cramer spoke about it. I usually hate stocks that he mentions. He's like the kiss of death. But I mentioned it this morning. My option today was up 78% at that time. The option was up 150% on the high. I think it settled in probably about 78 or 80% on the upside. I'm still holding. I saw demand last week when the stock was $7.50. I see demand when the stock was $8, and I still see the demand when the stock is $8.50. It's just not going to go gangbusters. This was a major move today. If it holds the pricing overnight, great signs ahead. I know there is demand. I know there is volume. Okay, let me get rid of this slide. Let me go back to myself. All right, perfect. Today is going great. Let me just see if I missed anything in the recap. Okay, Bitcoin. Again, on Friday, there was no live stream, but I was talking about Bitcoin and that I expected a spike over the weekend. I highlighted a chart that shows you Bitcoin was basically flat for 3 days in a row, and that Bitcoin hasn't done that in a year. Point is, if it would have dropped even harder than 48,000, we would have seen it. We would have seen 42,000, 44,000. We didn't. It's the only thing I mentioned this weekend. I mentioned other cryptos were falling or other cryptos were going up, but very slightly. Didn't really matter. I was focused on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is my family. If you don't know what I mean, I teach a lesson. Make a stock your family. Matt, you're old. Excellent. Thanks, Chad. I appreciate that one. Glad I look over to the side to see what you guys are typing. Anyway, so what happened this morning? I didn't expect Bitcoin to pop 4,000. I was like, you know what? 51,000 would be a good open if the markets are strong. My stocks are still going to react well. But what happens? I think it popped to 52, 53. It went as high as 54,000. So anybody that got into best of class, Mara, Riot, I picked up some EBON. I just happen to like it, and I know there's a short squeeze coming. I thought it was going to happen today. It was building up, and then the markets took a poop on themselves around 2:30. You had heavy spike downwards. So the orders I saw got executed for cheap, which means the short positions, they were able to buy this stock back without pushing it higher, which I was upset because I literally thought it could be pushed to 5. So I'm already speaking about stocks. I spoke about Bitcoin. I spoke about trackers, and don't worry, have specific trackers that correlate well to the market, okay? So there's another lesson on that on my platform. So my platform that I speak about is $3.49 a week, all right? It's not like I charge all that much money, but yet we came out with an app. We released it yesterday, really proud of it. We're still working on a couple of issues, which is more of the speed. It wasn't really designed to expedite as soon as I wanted because people are using different phones and things. But whatever, we'll talk about that later. Anybody that still follows me, you got my alerts today. Now, how do you know you got my alerts from today? Because we crushed it again. I've never been this on fire as I am. So let's just talk about a couple stocks. I'm doing great. We're only 11 minutes in. I'm going to get to a ton of questions today, which is great. But I'm going to go down my watch list. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm seeing in certain stocks and what I expect, okay? So SRNE, again, I told you guys I see high demand. EBON, I just told you I thought we might see a squeeze, okay? The next one was ASXC, which, again, we returned 25% today. This was an alert from last week. It was amazing. Delta Airlines, again, the Dow struggled today. So I am so glad Delta finished above 46.60. Again, when I entered into my options position, Delta was $46.30. I think it even went lower than that. So I was happy. As long as it's holding its own and the Dow is getting beat up as it was to end the day, let's just see where the markets ended. And down 61 points. The NASDAQ did finish over 100. So half of my prediction was right. The NASDAQ finished over 100 points. And again, the NASDAQ was like +5 when I said so. And the Dow finished negative. But unfortunately, I kind of saw that coming. I was a little upset at myself. Do you guys see? So I speak about timing. Just a quick lesson. There are specific times in the market. So if you're new to following me, ready? 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time when the market opens, it's very volatile, okay? You'll see big spikes up, big spikes down. If you plan for the big spikes up to exit out of position, congratulations. If you plan for the big dips, right, at the beginning for the first hour, congratulations. You can secure a great price. However, at 10:30, the market stabilizes. From 10:50 to 11:05 a.m., that's when the market tells you which direction it's going in. So tech went higher about 15 points. The Dow went higher as well, but then it quickly pulled back, and then it pulled back again. So I was a little more hesitant, but again, I still entered into my Delta airline call options because airlines are just strong. They are. When I see United being strong, and United's one of the worst of the class, and American's pretty bad as well, then I know I'm okay with Delta. If you're in Southwest Airlines, you're okay. Again, yeah, I'm not a financial advisor. Please, nothing I say makes sense. Nothing I say works. And if I'm on fire, it's like a clock is right twice a day. I'm just right every other time around the clock besides for twice a day. I'm probably wrong twice a day. So, yeah, let me keep going. Yeah, I'm holding EBON overnight. How can I not? The markets are closed. Okay, Root. So we got into Root this morning. Then Root went up. That was my alert for the day. I don't have another alert in my mind right now, but that was my alert. I think the stock could be a $15 stock. That's my price target. So I'm not a bag holder. I have a strategy. It implies a 49% gain. So the stock's around $11 right now, maybe a little after hours, but it dipped back to 10.50. I bought a second position. So anybody, no excuses. If I give an alert and I like a stock and you want to piggyback or ride on the curtails or have the same position or get in better, plan better, okay? Plan for the dip. Plan for the dip that we saw. It comes every day. There's usually a lunchtime dip or a morning dip. All right, let's keep moving. Then I've got some Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Riot. Okay, so Riot and Mara up 6% and 5%. Okay, my favorite stock, Tiger. It is up 420. What a great number. So it's up 4.20%. Then you got eHang. So we entered into eHang as I showed the example of $26.20. Again, that was planning for a dip. We got in good. It might have even dipped more that day. And then it spiked a little. And now we're above $29. It might have even broke $30. So again, we're already up 10%. If somebody played options, usually it's like levered about 9 or 10 times. But again, if I have an options play that I'm entering to, I say it's an options play. It's expiring on this date. Always, I have option rules. Always give yourself at least an extra week, if not an extra month. I give examples on how if I break the rules like I did with AI and I did with one other option, DDOG, AI and DDOG, artificial intelligence and DDOG. I broke the rules. I lost on both those trades. You know what people sent me today? 100% gain. So the guy went from negative 80% or negative 60% on his option to plus, it was like 98.89%. I call it 100%. The point is, I got rocked because I thought it was going to move so strongly, and that's when the tax thing came out and something else, and I just got wrecked. But anyway, I'm glad to see people are making money. I'm glad to see people are following the rules. So the rules, option rules, yes. We buy the same way we do with a stock, 25% down. For a first position, we average down at 40 to 50% down. Okay, there's no 10% rule for that. Again, you don't have to think about it. It's just math. So if you paid $3 and you're averaging down at 40% down, so 40 times 3, it's $1.20. You take that away. So you're averaging down at $1.80. So if the first buy cost you one contract at $300, your second contract, since it's dipping, will be $180. If you can get in better than that, congratulations. It just means you average down better than I would have. I use math because I don't have time to sit in front of my computer, especially if something's going down. Do you guys really want to sit in front of your computer? Something's going down and you're like, oh my God, when do I average down? Now? Okay, I'll average down now. You type it in, whether it's stock or options, doesn't matter. I buy one more option or I buy 100 more shares, whatever it is. And then what happens 10 minutes later? It goes down even more. So now the option you just purchased is now down 25%. Your original purchase is now down like 70%. The new option that you were so happy to average down is down 25%, and now you're getting rocked. Same is true for stock. It doesn't matter. So yeah, Roots at 11. Am I bullish for tomorrow? Yeah, I'm bullish for tomorrow until proven wrong. So let's just talk about what we saw that those down days Monday and Tuesday last week. The first time we had 2 down days in a row, consecutive down days for the market. So what does that tell me? The Dow struggled today. It tells me it's probably going to be a little higher tomorrow. Now, I'm going to sell at some point tomorrow when I think I get max value. Why, Matt? Why are you selling? Well, I'm selling my options position for one reason. I heard Biden is speaking Wednesday morning. He's just updating things all around. The market does not like Biden. I'm impartial. I'm non-political. I want the most for my money. I want the most for my stocks and those companies. If that means special deals or tax credits, whatever. I mean, Tesla reported after hours. I've got no clue. They don't do it till 4:30, so I'll check in there. 80% DDOG. Okay, so we're not done with my stocks yet. No one's perfect. OCGN, right? OCGN, we all know the stock. I gave the alert at 7. We wrote it up to $13. It was kind of tasty. Some people were in options. Then they made an offering. I sold. I was regretting it. Their offering, I think, was private placement of like 10 million shares at $10 a share. So, but they did it the right way. So the companies that you watch, if they do an offering, it's terrible. Okay, it means dilution. However, if there's such demand like there was it Friday for OCGN? There was between 400 and 500 million shares traded. So they're basically introducing 10 million more shares to the market. It's not really having much an effect. There's so much demand. It was going up so much that they introduced it. It dropped. The weak hands like myself sold, and then it pushed up after hours to 11, and I don't know where it is today. Oh, yeah, I do because it's right here. Oh, yeah, so it went up 20% today. So it went to $11.60. Huge. Pro shares, UVXY. Remember that one? Somebody told me they got caught in it over the weekend because they didn't know it was an options play, and they had shares in this ETF. It's not a stock. It's an ETF. I said, don't worry. It's going to go down on Monday as long as the markets are somewhat bullish. It's like a fear sentiment, the UVXY. If there's fear and volatility in the market, they spike. So if the market's tanking or people are buying tons of put options, the VIX is spiking. The UVXY is like the VIX on steroids. You take what the VIX is doing and you multiply it by 1.5%. Okay, so I'm almost done with my stocks follow-up. I see Fisker here. Fisker, they were selling off this morning. Futu, FUTU. Like Tiger, one of my favorite stocks, okay? Great stock. They did an offering. The stock went from 165 or 175 actually, all the way to 130. It lost 40 points. It lost like 25% of its value. What happens is they did an offering at $150. Nobody was buying. Nobody was buying. There was no demand. So it went down to $130. At $130, it then became a sale. And an institution came in and they picked it up. And once they announced the offering closes, which I'm not sure they did yet, it doesn't matter. The stock's close to $150. It's up 4% today or 3.99%. Okay, Plantier, another one that I liked that said that it probably bottomed at $21 or $20.80, whatever it was that day that the market fell off a cliff. Okay, people got back in. Again, this is on my alerts chart. So we're over $24. That's huge for this stock. Huge. Datadog, again, another 4% day, $93. If Datadog was going to come back to earth a little, it wouldn't have finished at 93. It probably would have finished around 91 today. So the fact that it had a chance to go down $1 or up $1 at the end of today was crazy. Yeah, you made 40%. Somebody else texted me they made 100%. I lost on that options call because when I thought the market was capitulating, I told you guys I'm selling all my options. I'm just playing it safe. So anybody out there that doesn't know me, oh, he's crazy. His options return 150%, 120%. He must be so risky. No, I'm not. I'm just the opposite. I'm so adverse to risk. Again, I trade through transparency. I share what I'm trading. When I make a mistake, again, being transparent, I own up to it. I say, this is my mistake. Why? So that you can learn from my mistake. And when I say you, I mean everybody. Whatever you take from my mistake, whether it's I purchased before 10:30 a.m., breaking the rule, or I jumped in with 2 feet instead of following the 25% rule, whatever it is. Yeah, and we did kill it today. So now we have 2 days in a row where every call has just been on fire. But it's not every call. It's been more like 3 weeks in a row where every market analysis has been on fire. Every stock's been on fire. Oh, so I have more stocks to talk about because some of these stocks I gave out just crushed it today. So I'm just going to find it. Okay, so Canadian Solar, I sold my position. Next, ACY, right? Arrow Century, up 17.5% today. Again, it was a little higher. I think it was up 25% at one point. But we alerted this one last week. $11. I averaged down when it was like $10.50 or something like that. Off the charts. Okay, AI, up over 4.5% today. Smashed it. DoorDash. This is part of my first or second episode. I said if you're following the Dow and you think the Dow is going to recover, DoorDash chart looks strong. It was $140 a share. DoorDash is now $153. So again, it's not about a 10% move, about a 9% move. QS, it seems to have turned the corner, got rid of the shorts. It's up 8% today. Okay, XL. So I alerted XL when it popped this afternoon to 753. Unfortunately, I told you guys that the volume isn't there, that it was probably one short position covering their position, and I would be watching XL, but I'm not sure. I think it will pop later today. So again, there's a difference between a huge buy demand if it's singular, and then there's just little marks after, and they're buying and selling. There's no follow-up or follow-through, okay? It's like reading the first page and then quitting and not reading the whole book. If there's follow-up, you'll see the second page has some action, the third page has some action, the fourth page, et cetera, et cetera. So you'll see little spikes throughout the day of demand and of buying. All right, so let's go. Yeah, if you're not following me and you're watching this video, be alerted. I'm dropping another video maybe tomorrow or today. It's going to be a YouTube video. I made a video on Bitcoin. I made a video about how I used to manipulate the market. Now, granted, these are the videos that I shot before I knew what I was doing. I do not know social media. I'm not a tech guy, and I never thought people would be paying attention to me. I'm only here to help you guys, to simplify, to provide my knowledge, to provide what I'm seeing. That's why I'm not like other gurus, man. I'm not trading off information I'm providing you. I generally tell you guys there's a 10-minute or 15-minute mat rule, and it drops. Yeah, please. So anybody that made, okay, yeah, here's what I want to do. So we're at the midsection of it. I haven't got to questions yet. Anybody that made money with me, any of the weeks you've been with me, and that's everybody. That's everybody. And if you're just watching this, you probably made money from watching another one of my videos because I've been on fire. So do this. Somebody offered me money today. Hey, Matt, can I give you a donation? Can I give you a tip? It'll further your company. No. I have a 4% charity rule. 4% of everything my company brings in, we're donating to charity. That is not live on my website yet because it was more important to get out the alerts and the app and all that other good stuff first. The app went live Sunday. Point is, I don't accept donations. I don't accept gifts. I don't accept thank yous, yeah, but nothing money related. I don't accept it. That's not why I'm here. If you want to give me money, please be on my platform for like your next 20 years. Okay, that's going to go up. But if you can't do anything else, share this broadcast. Tell them, dude, you follow this guy, Matt. It's just he shares through transparency. He speaks the truth. It's no bullshit. I speak about a lesson that if you're carrying heavy bags and you're in shit, you're stepping in shit, step out of it. Some people tell you play dead. Some people tell you it's okay, average down, Matt has rules. No, if you're in a piece of crap stock, get out. I teach a lesson about reevaluating. So where are all these lessons, right? They're all on my website. There are lessons. There are rules. There are examples. You get the alerts. You see my spreadsheets. It's $3.49 a week. So right here, if you think this video alone, you're like, oh, I'd give him 50 cents for this video. Imagine getting this video on steroids. Imagine knowing what's going on in my head as I'm seeing it. I'm alerting you. I'm not telling you to jump in. I'm saying check out the volume here. Don't be surprised if you see a spike. So, okay, let's, did I finish the stocks? GameStop even did well today. So maybe that's turning around. I'm not a GameStop fan. Roblox did over 4%. I am a Roblox fan. All the IPOs, which I hate, I like Roblox. Why? My kid's playing it right now. This is all they do is play it. Now, I don't give them any money for it, but friends of friends, I know the other families, they give them $500. The grandmother gives them $200 every year for the birthday. $100 goes to Roblox. $100 goes to the bank account. Anyway, I'm glad to see there are so many people here. I'm glad to see there are new people here, people that I haven't seen before. So we're almost done with my list here. Sorry. Jumia almost had a 7% day. Good for it. Neo, bold day. So I mentioned when I tweeted over the weekend, stocks that are releasing earnings this week and stocks that can move. And I mentioned Neo would be a pretty solid play. Oh, yeah. There's EMAN. There's one from our alert list. That one popped 13.5% today. Again, so the market was struggling today. I mean, if you're in a Dow stock, you might have lost money today. Yet Matt's talking about these stocks that he has that pop 22, 15, 17, 4, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, my watch list is good. If your watch list looks like poop, change your watch list, dude. You don't need to follow this. Oh, and dudettes, you do not need to follow the same poopy stocks. If they suck, they suck. If somebody else puts you in a stock and it sucks, then don't stay in it. Take it off your watch list. Oh, look. TYME popped 7%. I was going to talk about it earlier. SPI popped a little. TRIT. And the great news is Oracle down again. That's like the sixth straight day. What happened? Matt told everybody we're selling Oracle 79 change. I didn't like the dip that day. It rebounded, and I was like, okay, maybe seller's remorse. And what happened every day since? Down every single day since. Somebody told me they bought put options when I said that. Again, I don't tell you how to play. And I didn't think put options were that great. Oracle was like reaching all-time highs. So, I mean, the guy, he's smart. I mean, smart, risky, whatever. He's crushing it. Okay, so that was Oracle. Let's look at it. Sunworks. I mentioned to you guys, on good days, companies like SUNW, Sunworks, it's a millennial play, meaning it's a cheap power stock that gets mega volatility. So on down days, if today were a down day, it would have dropped like 14%. Just check out the chart. But this morning it was only up 2%. I almost alerted it. They always sell off after hours because they get 9 or 10% a day on good days. So again, if you want to add a stock to your watch list, it's on mine. I think I traded it once. You don't have to trade all your stocks on your watch list. Square's there, PayPal's there, Roku, beast. I told you Roku got screwed up when Netflix released earnings and did terrible on their earnings and their forecast. And I said Roku suffered. But Roku's a beast. It's up 3.5% today. 368. It's up a little after hours. Apple hasn't moved. PayPal, it's all right. DocuSign up. Netflix, I don't like Netflix. 510, you know who's buying Netflix? Kathy Wood. She's buying Netflix. Probably going to call me and ask me to work for her. Hey, Kathy. No, I'm busy. Busy, Kathy. I'm trying to educate lots of people out there. So we're going to get to your stock soon. I know. Twilio hit 400. Twilio is like a PayPal. But again, I would have bought it $314 at $323. It hit 400 today. It has low volume, so it moves a lot. But you're definitely behind the curve with Twilio. I still follow it because if it ever gets too overvalued, I'm going to get on the opposite side. I don't play favorites. Again, when I teach you guys, no emotion. We don't care. It's a chart. I follow the chart. If you like a stock, I like green energy. I'm all about, not polluting the earth. I'm all about solar power. Great. It doesn't mean you have to stick with a solar stock. If it's going to get beat up, we're going to sell. So there are certain plays. I know one guru, he only talks about like cancer curing stocks and stocks that are good and stuff. It doesn't matter. There are bad people that work for good companies. And if you have bad people running management of good companies, guess what? The stock, all right, almost done. I've got Beyond Meat on here, Disney's on here, Alibaba, but I'm not seeing anything. Virgin, I almost alerted. It's up another 4.5% today. That was an alert at 20 or something like that. But I didn't, again, we just had 2 bad days. I didn't want to give a stock out unless I'm fully 100% convicted. It means I take a position myself. I don't talk about stocks unless I take a position myself. I don't say, oh, yeah, Fastly's going to do well good. It's on my watch list. They're going to do really great. I won't. I don't. Why should I? I've got nothing to gain. If Fastly goes, then I look like an idiot. If Fastly goes up, great, but I didn't make any money. You guys aren't here to paper trade me. You're here to make money, right? So people on my platform killed it today again. Now even the people that were complaining, how come everybody else is having such a good time? My positions are still red. Finally, I know one woman reached out to me and she said, look, I'm profitable now. And I said, thank God. Because it hurts me. I notice everybody saying and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get to some more questions. Not that I've got any. So I'm going to go to the top. And I thank everybody for watching and staying with me. And if you're watching, so again, please, it's the best thing you could do for me today because you can't tip me or anything like that or the other day. And you're actually making money or you're learning even better. You're making money, great, yes. But learning is so important. Understanding entry point, having a strategy, entering the stock the right way. So if it goes down after you enter, you can average down correctly. Not worrying about averaging down using a 10% rule. All my rules are in place to make you better traders, to make you smarter traders. But I work a job. How can I trade, Matt? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, most of the people that follow me work a real job. One guy, he's a diesel mechanic, Asa, right? Guy tells me he made more in one day than he makes in a month. I said, that's the goal. The goal is to make you independent of whatever happens. This pandemic, make you independent. You need to understand the market. You need to understand what the institutions are doing and then the psychology behind what they're doing. That's what I teach. That's what I talk about. Yes, the market moves up and down. You get that, right? But there's a reason. So there's news. And then how does Wall Street, who has most of the money, interpret the news, right? And then you can tell when they're buying or selling because I track volume and demand. So it doesn't even matter. A lot of people, and you'll give me questions today on stocks, I'm just tracking volume and demand. So when I give you feedback on the stock, the new platform or the new show that I'm making at what time is it? We'll do it in 3 minutes at 4:35. I'm going to go back to stock questions. It's going to be hold or sell. And I'm just going to pretend that I have 100 shares. Hey, you're talking about this stock. Somebody gave me 100 shares. Hold or sell. And then I'm going to tell you why. Oh, yeah, we need a bobblehead, Matt, no doubt. That would be cool. Okay, I see one stock, MVIS, which let's see, we got anything else? Yo, what up? Blah, 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 blah. See, this is real. This isn't scripted. No one gives me questions in advance. I don't cut and paste and edit. If I screw up something, I say I screw up something. I'm telling you guys what I am, who I am, transparent as can be. I'm giving you personality. Hopefully, I'm entertaining you. Man, I've seen some of these other guys. And again, I'm new at social media. It's been 3 weeks. Got a lot of views, maybe like 2,000 or maybe 1,000 hours. Supposedly, we're just crushing numbers. Everything I do is organic. Everything I do is word of mouth. So please, spread this video with somebody. Tell him this dude is on fire. I don't care if you follow me or not. Tell him this dude is on fire. Just watch his video. They'll watch this episode 5 and 6. And then they'll watch 4. And then they'll watch episode 3. It's real windy, so my screen is, flickering. Point is, and then you know what it was the other day? Somebody texted me on the side and told me, Matt, I can't be on your platform anymore. I can't afford $3.49 a week. He didn't say that, but I read between the lines, all right? He said, I can't be on your platform. I'm holding bags from somebody else, some other guru. And this is after Friday when we all made like 100%, if not more. I made 200%. My portfolio today was up 78%, my options portfolio, which is less than 1% of my entire portfolio. But I like options the most because it gets me to show my intelligence, my skill, things of that nature. That's why I do options. It's not because I'm going to make the most money, because if I had a lot of money today, I would be retired again. Anyway, so yeah, not working 9 to 5. That's the goal. For most people, right? We don't like our jobs. No one likes their job. We're here, but don't get beat up by the market. Before a lot of people found me, they did things the wrong way. They bought the ask. They chased a stock. They had FOMO. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's not good. Fear of missing out. So you're seeing a stock go up. They just spoke about it on TV. You're late to your computer. You enter an order. It doesn't get executed. The stock price goes up another $1. You have FOMO. You enter another order. It doesn't get executed. Same thing with options. What happens? By the time the stock settles back down and the option price settles back down, you got in at the peak. And if you're playing with stock, you're off 4%. It's not bad. But if you're playing with something dangerous like options, now you're off 40%. If it's before you knew me and how to enter into a position, buying the dip or entering at 25%, you're now down 40% on your entire portfolio. And people will have this problem over and over again. And then they found me, and I'm not showing off or anything like that, but my theories, they work. My strategies work. Yeah, well then how come you don't drive a Lamborghini? I'm a minimalist. I like to teach. All right, it's never been about the money. Some of you who know me knew I played blackjack professionally for 8 months. I did so with $2,500. I made over $250,000. It's not retirement money, but it kept me going. It paid the bills. I don't drive a Lamborghini. I don't actually even use a car. I drive a Jeep. But I take care of my bills. I take care of my responsibilities. The point is, everybody uses trading as a different measurement. Some people trade for their kids, for their college fund. Some people are trading for vacation money. Somebody told me he started a tattoo fund, right? The husband of one of the women. Her daughter is paper trading for a school project. Going to use Uncle Matt's picks, hopefully. All right, so let's go for some more. You made 46%. That's great. So, yeah, people were texting me, oh, there's a great video at the end of this. When we're done with this broadcast, give it 2 minutes. Carlos is going to upload a video. It's 2 minutes. It's just tweets maybe from Friday. I think it's 1 day of tweets, just people's success stories. It's a video that somebody made that Carlos put together. They edited it. It's awesome, man. So let's go to some more questions. You made 46%. I thought I saw a stock. There we go. MVIS went brrr. So something went cold. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't have it on my watch list. I know it's Microvision. I know the name of the company. I also know that it went cold. Why did it go cold? It went up 47% today. Wow. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. I mean, look at this volume for yesterday. And then today the volume was off. Look, why? I don't know. Okay. So the whole thing, they have 157 million shares outstanding. So the turnover was over 100% because 205 million shares were traded. Anytime the turnover is that great, it means that it's turnover. How many shares are outstanding? Some companies have 8 million, some have 25. If the turnover is like 400%, it means 4 times whatever the float was traded. Got it? 150%. 1.5 times whatever the float of the stock is. That means there's some activity. I don't know what happened to Microvision. I can tell you the chart looks good until yesterday, even 2 days ago. And it was a buy from 13 and change or even less probably, all the way to where it peaked at $18.80. So if you got in before 1880, congratulations. I wouldn't be getting out. I don't know why it went up, but the demand is even on both sides. There's a couple of walls up, probably someone looking to scalp. So what's going to happen tomorrow with Microvision? Honestly, I don't know, but what would I think would happen? You could probably base it on after hours. If it loses 2 to 3%, there's probably going to be people selling and profit taking. It's called consolidation. Anytime a stock spikes, it consolidates at a higher level. It means it finds a new base. It finds a new baseline, all right? So like if you're running and you ran a 6-minute mile and then you ran a 5-minute and 30-minute mile the next week, and then you ran a 5-minute and 35-minute mile, your new baseline is not 7-minute miles anymore. It's 6-minute miles. 6-minute miles are your slowest, and you're just running over that. At some point, you keep running fast enough, you get to 5:30, your baseline is going to go down. Or in this case, for a stock, your baseline will go up. So there might be some selling tomorrow. Again, it ended at, 26.44. It's up 47%. It's huge. What happened after hours? Let's just look real quick. Looks like it spiked after hours, another 10%, and then it's down only 5%. So, yeah, I'd be watching after hours. There's not crazy volume. So it's more people gambling. Nobody knows. I would not be gambling on MVIS after hours. In fact, I would probably sell, hope for some type of pullback tomorrow, and save myself 15%. I mean, anytime a stock spikes 50%, unless there's a huge reason and you know it's going up 50% tomorrow or 20% or whatever, I'd be out. All right, let's get some more stocks here. We need for promotional items. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so we're going to come up with some promotional gear and I want to give some stuff away. But maybe you guys can help me decide. So I'm thinking, do we just use 349 trading, like a circular logo or a line logo on a hat and maybe one of my sayings, or like what the hell or something like that? Or if you step in shit, you know what to do. Or do I need to put the .com on there? Does it need to say 349trading.com? Because people in the world are just dumb enough where they're like, what is 349 trading? But with .com, it obviously makes sense. 349 trading doesn't make sense to them. But if you add a .com to it, all of a sudden it makes sense. Now they can find the website. Oh, the dude has rules. Oh, he's got lessons. He got a spreadsheet. It's all on the app. We're working on the timing on the app. But that's my question. So please let me know. Okay, Tiger today, you made 25%. Yeah, so Tiger's great. It likes to spike. It likes to come back. Anybody that misses it, again, I could have made some great money on it today, but I sold mine. Okay, Tesla exceeded expectations. When does Tesla not exceed it? So the people that reached out on the side, when do they not exceed expectations? I'm weary of them because their expectations are so high, but they always beat by like 20%. I don't know what they beat by this time, but again, it doesn't surprise me. You know what that is, though? Tesla likes to lead the market. So if they beat by a certain amount, I'm going to look up Tesla after hours. I'm just curious. It's got to be out by now, right? So, yeah, they beat. Let's see if they like it. Sometimes they beat. They don't have to like it, but let's see. Tesla, yep, down 3% after hours. And, yeah, it looks like they're selling pretty hard. But I think this selling's probably overdone. I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be forced down. Its selling started at 35 after. Now there's a little bit of buying. So one side will be right, and I think Tesla could probably move I don't think you can move 10%. It could probably move 6 or 7%. So I'm going to be watching. What to all of a sudden those big dips? Some kind of news usually. Or an institution decides the market is too frothy. They buy some put options. These are the people that I'm talking about stealing your money, institutions, hedge funds. So you have huge positions. Let's say they have millions of shares in FANG, okay, and all the different players, right? And they know they're going to sell all their shares. So they're going to buy put options on those stocks first, and then they're going to buy SQQQ, which means if tech is going down, SQQQ is going up, all right? So say they're going to trigger something like that. Or let's speak about the Dow, because the Dow had the major sell-off, even a bigger sell-off, and it was already getting beaten up a little. So the SDOW will go up when the Dow is going down. If you think the Dow is going to throw up on itself, you would buy SDOW, which is an ETF, but there are options associated with it. It moves pretty quickly. There are other, derivatives that help you play certain things. But again, so institution decides they're going to sell, hypothetically, all their cruise ships, airlines, Boeing, which controls the Dow. They're going to sell their Tesla. They're going to sell all this stuff. So they know as soon as they sell these things, it's going to fall off the cliff. So they buy all these puts or calls, depending on what the instrument is, and they prepare themselves. Then they know, and they tell their friend at another institution what's going to happen. Yo, Joe, so at 1:30 on the dot, we're going to sell Apple, Netflix, Tesla, blah, blah, and blah, blah, whatever the stocks are. And then Joe says, okay, yo, I'm going to let Mark know. And then he calls Mark. Hey, Mark, yeah, Goldman's selling all their stuff at 1:30. We're going to sell ours a minute sooner. What are you guys doing? Oh, if you guys are selling, we're going to sell. Let me buy some put options. So anyway, they have this worked on, okay? You think it's illegal what they're doing, but they send side messages, whatever it is. I don't know what's legal and not legal. I can't imagine they would share their trades with each other, but maybe they have side codes like the sky is falling. Have you seen it's going to rain? It might be sunny in New York. It's about to rain at 2:30 or 1:30. Can you see it? So that's what they say, right? And you know it's going to rain. It's going to rain. All right? You don't know. I don't know. 30 million people don't know. It's not fair. And a lot of you people lose money if you don't prepare the right way. So that's how the institutions are also stealing from you. Well, how do they do that? It's not legal. I don't believe what this guy is saying. I work for them. I know how to get around these things. It's not like it's illegal to call someone and say, yo, I think it's going to rain, Mark. And he goes, it is? What do you think it's going to rain? Probably on my Apple. I better bring my iPad inside. Oh, yeah, what else? I should turn off my Netflix when I get home. I mean, these are codes. You guys can figure it out. So that's a good question, Abdul. I appreciate that one. Am I holding Ebon overnight? Yes, I am. Thank you. My portfolio has never looked so good. Excellent. Yeah, so you guys, you still like to DM me on the side. You ask me individual stock questions or options questions. I can't answer. I'm not a financial advisor. It would be wrong of me to tell you what to do. Sometimes I can say, if I'm in the same position, I'm holding, I own this stock, I own this option. It hasn't changed on my spreadsheet, so I'm holding. That I can do for you guys. I can tell you market predictions. Here's what we're seeing. Here's what we're going to see at the end of the day. Here's what's likely going to happen tomorrow. You know, I use my crystal ball. That's how I know all this shit. No, I'm a smart person that likes to share. You guys found me through somewhere, whether it's, you know, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Somebody drew you to me. You're watching. You think it's good shit. It's good entertainment. I mean, sometimes I didn't smoke today, but sometimes when I smoke, I'm even funnier. I'm trying to educate today. Bought Root during the second dip. Yeah, me too. So I alerted to Root today. I paid a little too much. I said, listen, watch the dip. It might come after lunch, whatever. Then we saw the huge dip and then another huge one. And I said, I alerted again. I bought a second position today. I bought what should have been I bought what should have been my first position, but since I already bought, I bought a second position. Or June options for Root. Bad idea? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I bought stock. I bought 2 stock positions. I happen to think the stock's going to 15. Worst case scenario, it doesn't happen until like November. I'm still making 50%. If you can make 50% in a trade, it's awesome. So my stocks are long-term investments. Some of them get hit very quickly. All right. Next, back to the grind, 1050, D-Dog, 40%. You got 80%. Excellent. Yeah, somebody got better. Your calls are up over 170%. Excellent. I love that. Let's see. Puts on MVIS. I don't know. I don't know why it spiked. If I knew why it spiked, I could tell you if I would buy puts or not. If there was an offering, if they came out and said there was an offering right now, I would say yes, puts. But again, we don't buy puts before 10:30 a.m. What are my option rules? Because you spent too much. If you look at the spread and the ask, okay, quick options lesson. So you're looking at an option. The bid, someone's willing to pay $1. The ask, someone wants $1.40. Okay, you can't get the option unless you pay $1.40, you know, from 9:30 to 10:30 or whatever it is. So say you pay the $1.40 and you're correct about the stock. All of a sudden, an hour later, it's still $1.40. The bid just went up to $1.30. You were correct. So somebody moved their bid up. Sometimes the ask doesn't have to move. So even if you're right by like 5%, I used to go, this is how I know my option rules. I used to go and I used to buy an option at 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, boom, I nailed that dip. Boom. How much am I making? I look at like 10:45. The stock's up like whatever it was, like 3%. And I'm like, what? How is the ask only like half a cent high, whatever it was higher, quarter higher? The bid went up like another $1. The bid was down here. The bid's now here. It's right next to the ask, but the ask only moved like this. And I was right. I was right like 3%, 4%, whatever it was. So if you buy an option too soon, before 10:20 a.m. or whenever the spread's narrow, then you're going to lose no matter what. If you're wrong about the direction of the stock, you get crushed. You're down 30% at 10:30. There hasn't even been an hour of the market, and you're down 30%. And then somebody's watching the video like, how does this dude know this? I was down 35%. I know this because you bought too soon. You didn't follow the rules. But I did, man. I followed your 25% rule. Yes, but we don't buy options before the spread's narrow because if you're wrong, you get crushed 30 or 40%. If you're correct, you're only making 5%. Oh, this almost spilled on me. I'm quick hands. I got a cigarette and a bottle. AMC calls. Nice little jump today. So I haven't looked at AMC, but I did say the other day that I've reversed my opinion. Sorry, I had to put my water bottle down on AMC. I do want to check it out because I thought at like $10 that it was actually buyable. And I made the announcement, AMC, because it's movie theaters. And if we do go back to the movie theaters, then it kind of makes sense. Okay, yeah. So $10, yeah, went up $1.34. I thought $10 was fair. Again, I'm not in AMC. I don't want to be in AMC. I'm not going to the movies. Are you going to the movies? That's what you base it on. So there was a guy, Peter Smith or Peter Lynch, when I was growing up, used to write a book, and he called things 4-baggers, meaning it went up 400%, or a 10-bagger went up 10%. So he used to travel around to these companies. This is before the internet. I think it was Peter Smith. And Peter Smith, yeah. So then anyway, he went to La Quinta Inn, and it was like a hotel chain, and he managed like, hey, this is great. You guys' service is perfect. You have other chains. Wow, they're this busy. And then he went and bought up the stock, and the stock went through the roof. It was like a 10-bagger. And he's like, I knew that day when I went and visited that company, but basically as a guest, he knew that he liked it. So the same thing is true. If you know something or you have a hobby, right, and you're into drones, or you're into biotech, or you're into whatever it is. Say COVID got you into biotech companies because you don't believe half of them, or you want to be sure that you're taking the right vaccines. So you research everything. Yes, you're going to have a leg up. I used to play casinos. Why? Because I knew which casinos were doing well, and I knew that if one whale would lose $100 million, that it would affect their quarter, meaning the casinos would have a banner quarter. It only took one individual to lose a lot of money for everybody to make money. Okay, so FTFT, I don't really follow. It's not best in class, but I saw it made like 14%, probably more. SRNE, what is there to talk about? I track volume, I track demand. I spoke about it. I said I saw it under like when it was like $7.07, seven this, then it's $7.48 and $7.68. I alerted, I bought it $7.48, $7.68. It closed at like $7.49, so I was even. Then it split 8, and I announced the other day, look, it pushed 8, right? So what happened today? Well, it took off today. I gave you another announcement. It was taking off today. Great. But I told you, I mean, it wasn't like a new thing. Anybody that's followed me, SRNE, I've told you it's been building for days. In fact, I told you some of those other picks, ACY, ASXC, or AXSC, one of those things. You'll see it on my spreadsheet. I've seen demand building for days. So when it pops today, 25%, 27%, 19%, 17%, 11%, and 15%. EMAN, EMAN, the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago, I said, wow, this one's getting ready to pop. And when I see something's getting ready to pop, they usually pop. That's why I was telling you guys, EBON today, if the market hadn't tanked, I'm pretty sure some shorts would have covered. So I'm hoping tomorrow's a good day. I'm hoping Bitcoin goes up more, and I'm hoping some of these shorts have to cover that one. But let's keep going. My entry point. Okay, yeah, so SRNE, you guys were like, well, he put those in his small account. What's his entry point? It really doesn't matter. Everything I teach you guys. See, this is why I hate having not a contest or a challenge. It's a challenge for me to grow a small account to a large account and to show you how. My alerts should be good enough. And I mean, if I say I'm seeing volume stuff, figure out how to play it. Get the best entry point. By the time you're figuring out how to play this, full disclosure, on Friday, maybe yes, psychology of trading. If you see the demand, it doesn't matter what stock. Thank you. That's excellent. $2,300. My platform's $3, $3.50. Sorry. So, okay. Anyway, I kind of lost. Okay. So yeah, you don't care about my specific trades. You shouldn't care. I bought $8 calls, some expiring this week, some expiring next week. The point is, I got the best entry point. When it dipped, someone's saying, it dipped, and then you're asking after a dip, you shouldn't still be asking me, what's your entry point? You should plan ahead. So when it gets that second dip in the afternoon and it goes to 8.39 or 8.36 or 8.40, whatever it was, you buy if you want to get in that position. So if it's options, you plan ahead. If it dips, I'm going to put in my option for 4 cents less, 3 cents less, whatever it is. That way, when it rebounds, you make that 4 cents. That's $4 per contract. You have 10 contracts, that's $40. It's whatever percent. It's 5% right there. So again, you have to plan ahead. When somebody asks me on the side, then somebody asks me, and then 4 other people like their comment. So then I have to share and take time instead of trying to educate and show you guys stuff. I'm going to show you my option position where it's too late for you to jump in. Plan ahead. It doesn't matter. I tell you, option rules, in the money or at the money. So if the stock is, let's say, $8.35 or $8.45, $8 calls are in the money, $7.50 calls are in the money. Now, I don't know. There could be some retracement tomorrow or after hours. I haven't looked at it. However, tomorrow's Tuesday. I think by Friday, we're going to be higher Friday than we are today. Again, any stock or options. The guy that was in D-Dog said to me last week, should I sell? I said, no, and I'll tell you why. D-Dog was beat up. I think there's support there. I see the volume. I see the demand. It will go over 90, and it'll be better next Friday than it was last Friday. He asked me maybe Friday morning, I think. So it's only been a day, and he went from minus 60% to like plus 98% or some shit like that. Point is, any option, any position, reevaluate. That's another lesson I teach on my platform. There are examples as well. So every day I go down the list. Boom, 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 boom. Do I like this position? Do I like this position? And if I say no, then I will sell it the next morning. So this morning I sold my Tiger options. I love Tiger stock. I sold my options for $5. It's probably over that. Tiger had a great day. But I got it sold at $5. I could have bought it back for $4. So what does that do? Say I sell for $5, I buy back for $4. I just increased my portfolio 20%. So if my portfolio was $1,000 of Tiger options, at the time it was $3,000. This is the Robinhood challenge. So 3,000 options. If I sell for $3,000 and then I buy it back at 20% lower, all of a sudden I have the same position and I go from $3,000 to $3,600. Do you understand? You're buying the same position back. It's a great idea. So it doesn't matter if you're in Plug, Blink, ChargePoint, whatever. If you're in the stock, let's use Blink for example, because it's probably around $38. If you think the market's going to have a tough day and the Blink will go down to 35, guess what? Sell at 38 because you would notice the market was having trouble at 10 in the morning or whatever. Sell your stock at 38. If the market capitulates, the president comes on, he says, yeah, capital gains tax, we're not selling at 28, we're going to do it 35%, and the stocks tank. Blink, you could buy it back for $34, $35. You just saved 10%. So on that one piece in your portfolio, you just gained 10%. So if you had $1,000 worth of Blink, now it's going to be worth $1,100. That's how you make small piles become big piles. You make little changes constantly. So these guys that say, play dead, don't do anything. There's always something to do. Always be thinking, what am I doing? Is the stock going down? How much could it go down today? 10%? Let me get out. Let me play it safe. Oh, it went down 10%? Well, since I would have had 100 shares if I hadn't got out, let me buy the 100 shares back. So you buy it back at cheaper. Then you either keep that side money or you buy an extra 10%. The point is, you increase your portfolio. You either have more shares or more money. All right. I thought Biden was speaking Wednesday. I thought it was 9:30. I could be wrong. So what do I think about EV plays? Again, so I spoke about Blink. I don't think they're worth very much. Doesn't mean the stock can't go to 55. I think it's three guys in the boiler room. They have no revenue. They live on Miami Beach. Doesn't mean they can't get contracts from the government and make a lot of money. They can. Same with Plug. I actually said Plug was adding to my watch list. I actually didn't add it because I don't want to be involved in Plug. Any stock that goes from 77 down to like 22 or 19 or 27, wherever it bottomed at, I don't know, $22? Is that a good guess? From 77 to 22, I don't want to be involved unless you guarantee me it's going back to 77. And I don't think anybody could do that on any of these plays. Again, Romeo Power, we wrote that up. We got 60% pop one day. Then we got out at $12.90. And then it went back to $8. Who wants to lose 33% playing dead? I play dead. I'm going to average down. It's going to get another pop. You don't know what's going to pop. People say, oh, yeah, this stock's got to go back up. It got heavily beat down. It's so low. It's got to be good. It doesn't have to be good. Maybe they'll go bankrupt. Who knows? I mean, if you're talking about like a stock like Caterpillar or Disney or Apple, yeah, it gets beaten up. It's probably going to rebound. But other stocks, especially if they're dollar stocks or penny stocks like Sundial or I don't even Castor Marine or whatever those are. There used to be top ships, like there was ships Naked Beverage. I don't know, Jamba Juice, some juice company went out of business near me. Hey, let's keep going. I just want to see where we're at. So we're almost at an hour. I want to have this cigarette, but I don't want to insult you guys. So I'm just going to read your comments real quick. Matt, is there ever a good time to average up? Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me about averaging up. So averaging up today or any day, you're supporting your stock. So say some people are like, yo, I got in. Somebody said Bingo did well today. I don't know. I don't own the stock. I don't want to look it up. But say the point is you're in a stock. You get in at $6. It goes to $8 in one day. How do you average up? How do I use my 10% rule? I only have one position. You can still use 10% rule. It's at $8. Should it decline ever to $7.20? That's 10% from its high of $8 you could buy. Let's say it goes up to $8.80 the next day, and then it goes down that same day back to $8. You're allowed to buy. Why? Because it was $8.80. 10% off $8.80 would be like $8.80 would be like $7.92. So you could buy it $7.92. You can't buy it $8. You buy it $7.92. Point is, the math is there. So anytime you don't know what to do when you want to average up, you look at where your stock was for that day or yesterday when it was even higher. You'll say it was at $40. All right. So if it pulls back to 36, I can average up, even though my initial entry was $22. Let's say $22. It went to 40. How do I average up? It pulls back 10% in one day, or 10% from the high. Has two bad days. Pulls back 10%, like Monday or Tuesday last week. It pulled back, or Biden gets up, right? Biden speaks, and your stock tanks, or the market just sells off. It tanks. You're basically giving a supportive role. Like there's best actress, best supportive actress, best actor. You're being best supportive. So you're being a support system to your stock. You're saying it's already been up. I know this is a cheap price that it just declined 8%, 5%, 10%, whatever it is. Okay. Question. Let's say I'm seeing D-Dog and I want my exit to be 94.80 when I go and sell my options. How much ahead of time do I know how much to sell them for? Okay. So here's a quick thing. D-Dog, let's say you have the $90 options. The stock's at $93 and you think it's going up to $95. I'm just going to use flat numbers. $93, it's going to $95. So it's going up $2, right? You look at the delta of your option. So the delta is probably going to be like 0.94 or 99 maybe. It's basically telling you every part of that gain you're going to get. So if you're looking for the stock to go up $2 and you're in the money with a call, so you have $90 call and it's at $93, add the $2 to your price. So whatever the option's at, say the option's like $4.80, add $2. Make it $6.80. So instead of selling at $4.80, plan ahead, $6.80. If it peaks the next day and spikes, you get the extra $200. That's what I mean about planning ahead. Whatever option you own, say you own an option and it's $78 per contract or says 78 cents. Plan ahead for the spike. Try and sell it for 90 cents the next day. You're getting 12 cents. You're making like 16%. If it spikes, you sell. You don't even have to watch the computer. Say you're at work. Say you're a school teacher or you're a principal or you're a sheriff like somebody follows me. Okay? Smoke cigarette. No, I can't smoke it yet because I got to look up something. Plus, I'm losing my voice. But yeah, I'm going to have it real quick. I'm going to look up one more stock. I'm going to look up a couple more. So if you're still here, and they're like 100 of you. So I appreciate you guys are goddamn good. I'm not leaving. All right? You guys are here watching me. Thank you. It means you want to learn. It makes you okay. Share the broadcast with someone. Yes, I always start to mention that. Please, if you want to pay it forward to me, people say, dude, how can I pay it forward? Your thing on point. My portfolio went from red to green. Pay it forward. Share this. Tell them how excited you are that you found me. Say you don't have to follow this dude's platform. Just watch his YouTube videos. So, okay. So I just lost that stock I was going to do because you guys are making METX. METX. See, I can't understand. Nope, I don't put an ETX. I don't understand why Jim Cramer can't do this shit. Right? METX. Oh, it's $1 stock? Please, come on. I don't like cheap stocks, all right? I can show you guys what this looks like, okay? There was heavy selling around April 16th or 17th. Other than that, it's dead. So there was finally some buying today. There was buying today. It went down 9 cents and 5%. That's crap. If you want to have buying more inflow than outflow and your stock goes down 5%, that's a shitty stock to be in. I mean, I'll just leave it like that. I mean, Global Star, 40%. Yeah, so there are companies like Global Star or Color Wave or KXAN, Caxon, or whatever that company was. They move one day. People get involved. Oh, what was that? What was it? Like GOME or GOVE or something like that. Biden made the head of the company, somebody on his panel. They had some deal. Anyway, it was $1 stock. I wrote it from $1. I did the math. I'm like, it should be a $9 stock. Then Biden made his announcement, and the stock goes above like $12. Then it goes back to $7 because who cares? He announced this guy was on his board or his 12, whatever it was. Who cares? Okay, Delta. What's a Delta? A Delta, you should Google that. Type in options. What is a Delta? It's easier. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff that's better to Google. Like someone said, hey, what's FIFO? My accountant told me they use FIFO. First in, first out. Last in, LIFO. But Google it. I'm not Google, and I'm definitely not the smartest person. Well, I don't light a cigarette because I talk. Yeah, Givo. $1.38. It went up to $2. I got involved somewhere in like $1.50 range. They won a contract in the Middle East. I did the math. I was like, at least it's an $8 or $9 stock. The stock didn't move. It went down, in fact, from like $1.80 to $1.30, and I was like, I'm getting out. Then it went $1.08. Then it went to like, I saw $8, $9. Great. If you got involved, it's great. But you should still be there. If you made it up to $12, sell. If somebody ever gives you a gift like SOS or FTFT moved today, right? If FTFT moved without any news, I would be out of there at 14% gain, 15% gain, whatever it is. Maybe it goes up more after hours. Get a 25% gain. I don't know. And then I'd be in something else. I would move that money to Riot or Mara, or I'd put it in Bitcoin, whatever it is. APRE, I don't cover it. I don't want to cover it. When I said it could drop south of 5, and it dropped to $4.84 one day, I don't want to cover it. To me, that's crap, and I don't want to be in crap. And if you're still in crap, I don't care if it moves. If they get some approval for something, great, congratulations. There was a stock, Trevena, TRVN, right? I was involved in it. Best stock ever. I took it from $1.53 all the way north of $3.21. Every day it went up 3%, 5%, 8%. Every day it just kept giving. I was in stock. I had like 25,000 shares. Then I had 100,000 shares. And I think I had 154,000 at my top. Anyway, it would give. And then it took. And now it's back at $1.80 something, I think. Or maybe 90 or maybe $2, whatever. The point is, these stocks are like that. Is NEO a good buy? Well, I mentioned NEO no, I don't know if it's a good buy now. It's definitely not a good buy at 42, even if it goes up higher. I was in there. I played options on it. I was in at like $37, $38, right? No, even $36.50 were my calls. So yeah, NEO was a great buy last week. You got to plan ahead. If you're chasing a stock, you're going to be losing money. Please don't chase. If you have a price target on NEO yourself and your price target is like $60 and there's true valuation and you figured it out, then great. Yeah, then get in at $43 or $42. If you think you can make 35%. I don't know that. I don't follow the stock. I chart. So when I saw NEO and Canadian Solar and First Solar and all that, yeah, I mean, I'd be looking at other plays other than NEO. I'd be looking at maybe like Workhorse or something to that extent. Some stock that got beat up. That's what I would do. But again, that's what I would do. All right, so James waited patiently, and I skipped right over him. He's probably like, dude, I'm next, and this dude just skipped me. So, but that's because I can't type. REKR. Okay. Riker Systems, NASDAQ. Oh, wow. This chart looks good. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. So, James, if you were in Riker, hopefully you're in south of $20. $21 would be the max I would have paid for this stock. So if you want to add it to your watch list and it never comes back to $21, it's probably in trouble. It's up to $24.75, but the demand is there. 4 straight inflow days, all pretty solid. Friday was the least because everybody else was collecting money other places Friday. But yeah, that's even stronger. If Friday was a good day, this stock would have been up probably to 30 today. So yeah, it's a momentum trade. So if the market is good, if you promised me the market was going to be good Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday this week or something like that, great. If President Biden speaks on Wednesday and Riker, it's on your watch list now, goes down $2, 10% because the market tanks. That's a great entry point. Anytime you're looking for an entry point, I talk about entry point and how important it is no matter whether it's stock or options. An entry point is a sale. So say you go to a store and you're like, how much is that jacket? Say you live in the Northeast, leather jacket, whatever. The guy's like $400, right? But we're having a sale on Thursday. It's going to be 20% off. So someone tells you you're having a sale, hold your position, hold the line, put in a bid, don't pay the ask, right? Hey, what's up, Carlos? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're almost done here, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more stocks. All right, so listen, everybody that's here, we're going to play a quick 2-minute video. Please enjoy the video. These are just little takes from Friday, from one session trading. I probably could have done it today too because you guys are telling me. So as soon as Carlos hits the video, we're good. If not, I'm going to look up Lyft in the meantime. Okay, here we go. Enjoy the video. We'll do Lyft tomorrow. Everybody, have a good night. I'm out of here. Enjoy the video. I'm out of a cigarette. First options trade. Boss. Blink. Boss. 100% return. Look at that. Trust the process. That's right. Great return. Again, stock or options, doesn't matter. AI did day 20. That was the other day. Imagine if you held on to him. 40% rule, blah, 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 was down 40%. Now you're up 30%. NEO options. Yeah, great. I'm not sure why the video stopped. Anybody? Video stopped. All right, I think we're having problems with video. Oh, there we go. Kept those XL options, average down, paid off. All right, Lincoln Tiger, yes, winner, excellent. This is good shit. I'm not sure why it's a little fuzzy. Non-stock is called out by all your options. Yeah, again, my rules work for everything. What did he return? 100 and something percent, blurring. Big Tech, here we go, my favorite. I was feeling beat up. Everybody gets beat up. Yeah, that was me, baby. That was all me. That was my text. Finally, you helped yesterday's dip, but you're understanding how to trade better. That's perfect. Cryptos, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Okay, well, thank you, Point Child. That was very nice as well. Oh, yeah. exposure volatile. I like that. 100% return. Follow the rules. Yeah, excellent. Again, small account, but it works. Please retweet, not retweet. Share this video with people. Please do that. Share the video. This is great. I love it. All right, I'm out of here.
Something to do, right? No.